Okay, I call to order the May 2nd, 2022 meeting of the Saline County, Kansas Planning and Zoning Commission. First order of business is item 1A, approval of the agenda for the May 2nd, 2022 meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I approve the agenda for tonight's May 2nd, 2022 meeting.
All right. Anybody have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor of approval, signal aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say aye. Motion carries. Item 1B, approval of minutes from the April 7th, 2022 meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the minutes as written.
Do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
All in favor of approval of the minutes from the April meeting, signal aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, aye. Motion carries. Item 2, application SE 22-101. A request for a transfer of development rights from the property located in Section 31, Township 13 South, Range 1 West to property located in the E2 Southeast quarter of Section 10, Township 13 South, Range 2 West. The sending property is approximately 213 acres, agriculturally zoned in the floodplain and located at the intersection of Niles Road and East Mariposa Road. Parcel ID number is 08501931000004000. The receiving property is approximately 66 acres and agriculturally zoned, located in the corner of South Simpson and Humbarger Roads. The applicant proposes to receive property be allowed one additional development right, and the sending property will lose one development right and retain one right. Applicants are Darren and Jamie Simmons, sending property owner Jerry B. and Janet L. Ireton Trust, receiving property owner Gary Rain Ratzlaw.
Okay. Yeah, in accordance with Saline County zoning and master plan Article 8, the applicant is asking for a subdivision exception for the transfer of development rights from the special flood hazard area. The intent of development transfers is to remove development potential from a floodplain area to properties that can develop without loss of prime farm ground. The code requirements, the sending property does meet the provisions for the code, which is it is located within the floodplain. It is a minimum of 80 acres. The property will remain agriculturally zoned with actually one right remaining on this parcel. The property has been owned by the same owner for more than 10 years. Receiving property meets code requirements as well, as that it is outside the urban service area and more than 1 mile from the city of Saline limits. Property meets improvements required for rural residential development. No platting or property of the property is required, as only one right is being transferred this evening. The property is not within a floodplain, and the property does not contain a significant amount of Class 1 or Class 2 farm soils. The property has no current deed restrictions, and the application does meet the goals of the 2008 Comprehensive Plan for appropriate rural development and the intent of floodplain regulations by removing development from a floodplain. Transfers of development rights to smaller acreages are allowed provided certain conditions are met. In the past, the Planning Commission has approved such transfers because it is the county's consensus that in specific instances it is more important to discourage development within the floodplain than it is to prevent development on smaller secondary parcels. One building right remains on the sending property. So the conditions for approval in the event that proposed residence is split from the parent parcel in the future, The land associated with the house must meet the minimum acreage per environmental code, and remaining acreage of the main parcel must be deed restricted to ag use only. The recommendation is to approve SE 22-101 according to staff's findings and conditions listed herein. And the Planning Commission may consider the following actions: approve the application according to staff findings and conditions, approve the application with amended findings or conditions, table or continue the application for further consideration, or deny the application based on findings by the Planning Commission. So I think believe the applicant is here? Okay, and so if you have any questions for him, he's here.
If you'd like to present anything or speak to the matter, feel free to come forward to the podium and,
No, I have no information, I guess, unless
okay.
you guys had any questions for me.
Any public comment on it?
Staff hasn't received any comments from any other agencies or from the public.
Hearing none, do we have comment from the commission? Based on what staff has told us, would someone care to move to approve the request?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve SE 22-101 according to the staff's findings 1 through 4 and the other conditions listed in the meeting here.
I will second that.
Motion is seconded. All in favor of approving, signal by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, signal by aye. Motion carries.
And what I'll do is, for the applicant, what I'll do is I'll give, I have to wait 14 days according to our regulations, and I'll send you the approval letter, and you'll be good to go. Some additional items that I wanted to kind of give you kind of an update on the comp plan. What I'm planning on doing, I was going to have something this evening, but I didn't have it ready in time. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully, if we have a June meeting, which I don't know if we will.
We do have an application that is expected to be in by this Friday. I heard from the applicant today, and if we get everything in by Friday, we'll have a meeting on Monday, June 6th. I will let you know.
And I'll have, at the June meeting, I'll have some additional information for you to look at for the comp plan amendment. I'm hopefully this week, I'm going to try to get with our GIS department and see if we can start working on staff and GIS, try to work on getting the maps updated for the comp plan, and just going to make them look a little bit better than what they currently are, and so make them a little bit larger and kind of blow up some of the areas around Salina, like take Salina and blow it up and show where the urban service area is specifically, rather than having to try to guess, okay, this is the street that it's going through, and this is the border of the, of that. So it's, I'm going to update the maps, and also probably, but the main thing I'll be doing probably next month is I'll bring one of the other chapters, one of the final chapters I'll be bringing before you to review, and then once that's done and once I get the maps updated, I'll start putting everything, the final document together, and then have you guys look at it. Probably, tentatively, I'm looking at hopefully August, July or August. But that's it. That's all tentative. That all depends on, whether or not, how much work I have going on in the in other areas. So with that, though, I mean that's all I have for this evening.
Thanks, Tim. That being the end of our agenda, I don't even know if we need to, but does anyone want to move to adjourn the meeting?
Mr. Chairman, I move we adjourn.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone.